Today, a tutorial on aerial twist. Recently, I did a video on how to do an aerial, and today I'm just gonna show you 3 methods to do the aerial twist. The first method is gonna be a cartwheel twist, and then the second method is gonna be an aerial with a hook kick, and then the last method is gonna be doing front aerials. Each method is gonna have their own set of exercises, but I believe whichever method you use is gonna help you to do this. It's gonna help you to learn the aerial twist. So there's 3 methods. Some people do better doing the cartwheel twist. I know I did better with that method. And I have one of my students do the aerial with the hook kick, and that's how he got the aerial twist. At the end, just doing the aerial and then the twist, that's what matters, okay? At least to me. So the first method, you can do it just right on the floor, or if you have access to a mat, you can do that. So with the first method, you're gonna do a cartwheel. Once you're in the air, or your legs are over your head, you're gonna push up like this with your shoulders. You're gonna shrug your shoulders, push up, and then you're gonna get some air, right? So this is the first exercise. From here, just push, and then you're gonna be hanging on the air, right? You're gonna be a little bit high. So the second exercise is gonna be just doing the cartwheel and putting your feet together, almost like a round-off. So here it is. This is the second exercise. Okay? And then the third exercise is gonna be do the exact same thing when you push off, but you're gonna land 180 degrees, okay? So it's almost like an aerial twist with a half turn, I guess. And the last exercise, what you're gonna do is the exact same thing, where you're gonna try to do the 360. So when you're here in the air, push off, and then turn, okay? Make sure you're very aggressive with the hips. And that was a little short, but you get the idea. And then if you don't have an access to a mat like that, a lot of the martial arts schools have one of this. You can set it on the floor, make sure you set it flat like this and not like that, because if you set it like this, it's just gonna move a lot. So make sure it's flat on the floor, and all you have to do is place your hands and do your cartwheel over. And then the same exercise, you can do it on the floor if you don't have access to a mat, but it's way harder to do it just on the floor, okay? What this exercise does, it teaches you to do a cartwheel up first and then a twist. Because a lot of people just go here and then they try to twist right away. I know I did for many years, but this exercise is the one that helped me a lot, right? And so this exercise is the first method, and within the first method, you move into just doing aerials. So you do an aerial like this, and all you have to do is, just like you did with the same progression, just like you did with the mat, pushing over, feet together, and then you do 180, and then you do the 360. So this is 180, right? Here, kind of like that. I know it doesn't look like the best aerial twist, but the whole idea is just to flip over and then bring your legs down together to 180 degrees. And once you get that, you do the full aerial twist. So I'm gonna run and I'm gonna do the full aerial twist. So here, this way. Okay? So that's a full twist. Sorry if I don't go like high right now, because I did full forms today and then I did one turn in Spanish and I'm doing the exercise right now, but I'm trying my best. So that's the first method, okay? Second method is doing the aerial with the hook kick. So this is what it looks like. Aerial and then hook when you're coming down. If you see, my legs are kind of like whipping over, and what it does, it teaches you to flip over first, and when you're coming down, you pull. So if you do the hook like this, all you have to do is hook closer to your body, and that's gonna twist you when you do your aerial. So again, make sure you do an aerial. When you're here in the air, you try to hook, okay? And this is what it looks like when you do the aerial twist with the hook, I guess. So aerial, hook, okay? I know you can't see that much the hook, but that's how it works. And then the last method, which I can do very well, is doing front aerials, okay? So front aerials, you go here, you go over, and then you're gonna land on this, like this, right? So this is kind of what it looks like. And all you do with that method, instead of landing like this, you try to land with your feet together. Okay, so you're gonna go over, feet together, and then you do a half turn. So if you already done gymnastics, think of it as a front and then a half. So the chest position is gonna be different. Here, your chest gets like in this angle, and then your legs go over, right? With the Wushu aerial or drinking aerial twist, you go here, you turn, and then you turn the other way. So the chest position is a little bit different, but that's a different topic. But essentially, those are the three methods I have used with my students and friends and with myself. And I prefer the first one, the cartwheel twist, but you can use either one of those three methods, whichever works for you, that's fine. So if you have any questions, you'll leave it under the comment section here, or you can write me through Facebook or Instagram, whatever, and I'll be glad to, I'll be honored to help you, okay?